back with another one. This one gonna be my Surge of DIVINITY, and this one is definitely breaking the mold of how people looking at this draft box leader, or yeah, this Surge leader with draft box, no, anniversary box support. But good advantage leader on the front side. We want to stay on this side as long as possible, just to accrue all of the advantages. Backside, active main / battle. But like the other surge leaders, you have to be at a certain life to use that effect. And each time you use an effect once per turn, you gotta get rid of one of the materials you used to surge awaken on the previous turn or interaction or whatever you awakened. But without further ado, let's get into it. The deck will speak for itself. The gameplays will speak for itself. You already know what that says. Check out the playlist. We'll start off with the main. We got the usual 4 Videls, 4 Vegetas, and 4 of this unison. I love the fact that they made multicolor unisons. I think we just missing black, white, and green, yellow. And I think that hits all of the color spectrum. Then since this is red, yellow, we can use our Vegeta, Prideful Transformation, and our Merciless as our 2 counterplays, but we're not done yet with those. We got 4 Son Gohans, one of my favorite unisons in the game, partially because it's Gohan. Then we got Ape, really good, draws us back card advantage off our leader because we pitch it with leader, and then we can just pay 2 to draw 2. So for that, I want to say +3. It's pretty good. Then we have another card that combos with pitch effects. I'm going to put this in every deck that I'm pitching cards with. A lot of people can use it with Nimbus and Junction. I have another cool interaction to use it with, but we'll get into that later. But we're running 3 of those. 3 of the Vegito Power Release. 2 Royal Evolution. 2 Father Son Goku, Son Goku Final Sacrifice. 2 of the Clash Nova vs. Goku. Since we're running out of unisons, we're playing the other Super Saiyan Goku, Fulfilling the Promise. And then for some technical aspects, 1 Goku Black, because this is kind of like an old classic staple I like to run, and fitting for the Surge. I'm choosing the Awakening God Trunks because he draws me deep into my deck. You're already going to be drawing a lot of cards for this 50 card deck. I just want to see everything. And for our SER of choice, I really didn't want to choose anything, but this was a tough decision. Porunga, because our leader is yellow, partially, and it helps us close out games between turn 3 and 6, depending on how good my hand is. Then surprise, we got Bean, and then that's the only blue in the deck. We just charge Bean, and then play good defense on our opponent's turn. We bring in good defense back, and that's just beyond just floodgating and hoping for a prayer. Then we have our active battle type cards. We got Realm of God Goku Black. This is like one of the best ones because it doesn't specify all your energy needing to be one color, just your leader needed to be a color. This color is yellow. Then we got Destructo Disc. I had this at 3. Good combo with Vegeta just to wipe the board. But we wanted to keep this at 50. I love my 50 card decks. Then for our 4th battle trick, and I'm going to point all your answers to these 4 right here. These 4. Yamcha, just a good power differential that makes them minus 15k for the battle. Really good. Then Release from Evil, since we run into Yellow Unison, or Yellow Red. And then we got the We Will Not Lose. Then we got Almighty Resistance just to close it out. I could run 2, but I think 1's enough for how much we deep dig into this deck. Also, with this deck, it's pretty defensive, but you got win conditions out of everywhere. But remember to know when to go, know when to stop, and know when to slow down. Gotta hit you with the 3 cards. Woo. But that's just a little tidbit on that. But you gotta see it in action. It's very not of your ordinary, like I said before. But definitely gonna have to watch and rewind when we get to it. But we're gonna start off with some of the usual. Since we run in main deck unisons, having the Empower unisons just made sense. Just for it to come up with the situation that whatever situation these best fitted for. And then we still running a few regular unisons. Just some of the best in the business, baby. The Tapion, and on theme, just for like another board weight and another way to win the game or push through battle cards, battle card floodgates. We got this, which we can play in here. Let me just make sure. No specific requirements. And we make them have to answer that before they proceed forward. Same with some of these. Having like this out with the Broly is pretty insane. But the Broly, it still costs a lot of Z energy though. Otherwise I would just run 2. Then another way to push for game, that double strike. We gotta size them up with the Defender of Life. I would say this is probably the last OG Z deck card from the first era that will probably need to stay in your Z deck. And then for our Mighty Blast of choice, since we're playing a defensive style of game, we're rocking the yellow one. The only thing I probably wish to fit a poutine in here. Alright. Not going to explain too much with the side deck, but if you played in this era, you'll understand it when you see it. But kind of an update to that. 3 peel-offs. 2 Kells, get rid of everything. Stand up energy. 4 coolers. Beerus also has Invoker, so I can just play this Emperor's Death Beam. And then since we're playing the extra card, more combo. And that is the sauce. But playing red, yellow again, or red, yellow, blue on the spice makes me want to play this leader again. Probably want to cook for this. But another thing I want to do is figure out, is this better or the set 24 one? I think there might have been one other Beerus related or Red God related leader. I want to explore that. Also, really considering doing a offering style deck with this style of leader or the surge leader, but space is tight. I might have a little bit more room in this Beerus deck because the engine that makes sense to play is not that big. But thanks for watching. It's been a quick one. A lot of concepts I threw out there at the process, but stop, rewind, and play again. Thanks for watching. Definitely, there's some structurally formatted things in the list for a reason. Just go back and rewatch and just digest. Thanks again, and catch you later.